When I talk to jewelry brand owners, I see kind of the same Facebook ad mistakes that they are doing over and over and over. Now, these mistakes are burning their money. But besides that, they are working on the wrong things. And that is taking so much time that they could, use it for their business, for their family, or for their hobbies. So I'm gonna show you in this video the 5 most Facebook ad mistakes that the jewelry brand owners do and how to fix them. The first and the biggest mistake is the product positioning is wrong from the first day. Now, think about it. Most likely you're already selling products that the marketplace has already seen before. It's not something revolutionary. What makes you think that, just launching this video, launching this image as an ad and saying, hey, shop now buy my products, buy one, get one for free. They will completely forget all the other jewelry brands, maybe that they've been purchased before, maybe that they already have trust, they have experience with them, and they will start buying from you. This is as silly as it sounds. You cannot expect that. You cannot have this kind of expectations, especially if your products are not that revolutionary, are not that, new to the marketplace. Yeah, you might think that, my products are unique, my products are special, but if you think about it, if you literally make the product research, you'll see that in 99.9% of the cases, the products you are selling is not that different. Now, that is why product positioning comes here in place. It plays a huge role because with a proper positioning, which means how people see your product, they will be more likely with a strong message to convert. So you have to have a message that inspires, entertains, and educates a client to buy from you and not from your competitors. And I pull up here an example and I want to kind of walk you through this video and you will see that they are not selling jewelry, they are selling something different. So let's take a look at and let's take actually some notes here.
I want our jewelry to help women feel beautiful, express themselves. I want our jewelry to be fun. Create a magical moment for each woman in their day where they can just put on their jewelry and feel creative for that moment and walk out a more confident version of themselves.
So what can you see here? You can see that they are not selling jewelry. They are selling pretty much by wearing our products, you feel beautiful, you can express yourself. They are talking about the emotional needs, the emotional desires. They are talking about it having fun, right? They are talking about it having those magical moments when you are wearing these products. So they are not talking about, hey, we've got, these rings, we've got these kind of necklaces, shop now, buy my products. Even though if you don't know me, you are, in the dating space, you will be like, hey, marry me without knowing me. Pretty much this is what you are asking for when you are putting this type of ads. So this is the biggest mistake, and this is the first mistake that business owners do. So think about it. What kind of message, what do you want to portray with your jewelry products? So for that, make your customer search and have this thinking process. Think about why you started this business in the first place, what you want to accomplish, and pretty much package that in one single creative, and that's your message, that's your story. Now, moving to the second mistake, which is also a big one, is testing audiences. So usually when I coach jewelry brand owners and when I talk to them, when we have this partnership and they kind of sometimes tell me, hey Archie, I feel that we are not kind of targeting the right audience. I feel that, we do not show our ads to the right audience. So that's why they are thinking, oh, let me go and, test these different interests, test this lookalikes, lookalike 1% probably is going to work better than lookalike of 5%, things like that. So they are focusing on these kind of things that I call them nowadays gimmicks. Now, back then, yes, it was important, but nowadays, why this is not relevant? Because targeting happens on the ad level where you have your visuals, your creatives, your copy, and targeting does not happen actually on the ad set level. So the algorithms, they look differently now on how to target your audience. That's why you see all these changes that we're making in the first place, that we are removing these interests, we are discontinuing these interests, these behaviors. So, and you will see that over time, we're gonna make more changes like that. And pretty much, I believe that in a couple of years, we will not even have this interest. We will just use broad audiences without demographics, without any kind of interest. And all the targeting is just gonna happen strictly on that ad level. Now, I have dedicated videos where I talk about how to target the right audience using your ad creatives. So you could take a look at that video because it's going to give you much more clarity on how to utilize the algorithms in your favor and target that right customer. So make sure to check that video right here after, of course, watching this video. The third Facebook ad mistake is using that old marketing approach. Pretty much that sounded something like this. You create your brand awareness campaign, then you kind of want to have this traffic campaign, and then eventually you create these conversions campaigns where you like start retargeting this audience, and maybe like at that time you can convert them. That's a completely outdated strategy. It does not work. Even if you are talking to like with these Facebook reps, which they will still give you this kind of advice like, hey, run this traffic campaign, then you will, retarget with conversions, and then hopefully you're gonna get some sales. But simply does not work. I have tested that multiple times and it doesn't work. If you don't trust me, just do it and you will see the difference. Having one approach, just running directly a conversions campaign, and the second one using this old campaign. You'll see that with the first strategy, the likelihood of getting a high return on spend is way higher. The question here, Archie, is why is this outdated? And there is only one word that causes that: algorithms. Yes, the algorithms changed this model because algorithms understand who in the marketplace is most likely to buy right now. Because you have to understand that in the marketing there is a huge circle of like potential customers that might be interested to buy your products. However, they are not interested to buy your product right now. Not all of them. There is just a small percentage, and algorithms can work out to understand like what is that small percentage that is going to be more likely to purchase your products. That's why even with your first ad that they see, they can buy right away. That's the power of algorithms. Now, if everything here is clear, moving to the next Facebook ad mistake is they never test new ad angles. Now, don't take me wrong, you want to focus on what already is working for your business. However, if you're just putting all your eggs in one single basket, that is not going to be a pretty good approach, because you never know when that ad is going to stop working, when that angle is going to stop working. The marketplace is a location where there are a lot of things that are changing. Like you could see that in the world, there are so many things that are changing. It's very volatile. Like you cannot have like this kind of approach. You can't really stick to one single strategy because like a lot of things are changing because of AI, because of algorithms, because of economy. That's why you always want to test new angles, of course, while you are focusing like most of the time on the things that are already working. But by testing new angles, and you could test once a week, once a month, you have this security and this peace of mind that if something like this particular angle that is working right now stop working, you could still rely on like different angles that you've tested in the meantime, and they kind of start working for your business as well. It also expands this kind of like scalability plateau, because over time you will see that you will hit this plateau when you're kind of like spending like your money, and then eventually when you want to increase that budget, it kind of starts being unprofitable. That's because your angle does not work that well with a much higher spend. Having multiple angles that will help you to scale your business further. And one last advantage is that it creates more opportunities for you to find new kind of creatives to run, because the moment when you found another proven angle, you could create different iterations of that ad. Meaning is that you just can change one thing at a time, like the hook, the copy, the headline for that particular angle. Now the last mistake, and I mean it, this costs millions of dollars for jewelry brand owners. This is a mistake that I want you to write it down and look at it every single time when you're trying to improve your overall performance of your business and of your ads. So this mistake boils down to not looking enough at the data, or maybe they look at the data but they don't know how to optimize based on the data. So either they look at the metrics that are not that important, which I call them like kind of vanity metrics, such as what is my cost per click, what is my click-through rate, which, don't take me wrong, like they are giving you some kind of direction, but they are not the other ones that you want to make decisions based on. The number one metric that you want to look at when it comes to ads is your return on ad spend. Because keep in mind, the return on ad spend gives you profit, and profit is the number one thing that keeps your business running. Without that profit, doesn't matter what you sell, that business will not grow. In fact, like that business will be close to bankruptcy. Other data that I recommend looking at consistently is things like product data. So when I say product data, I mean like what kind of questions, what kind of like desires your customers or your potential customers have, and maybe they DM'd you, maybe they talk to you and they said some specific things that they want to see when it comes to improving your product. Maybe they have some kind of questions directly about your product. That is a data point that you can leverage very, very, very profitably for your business, because you can improve your product afterwards. And that is something that people will be more likely to buy from you. Because if a person or multiple people ask you a specific thing about your product, they're kind of repeating the same thing. By taking that advice from the marketplace and improving your product, is going to give you a lot of opportunities to grow your business, because at that time you are selling what the marketplace wants. And the last group of numbers is everything related to your website. Like I'm talking about your conversion rate, I'm talking about your average order value, your lifetime value. These are the metrics that you also want to look at and improve and work on a consistent basis. So that was it. And now if you're looking for someone who can run your TikTok or Facebook ads for a jewelry brand, make sure to follow the link below where you can book a call with me and talk about your business and see if we are the right fit. We have a minimum requirement spend, which is $3,000 per month. If you meet the criteria, then we might be able to help you out with your goals and with your business. So if this sounds like this is you, then make sure to click on that link and I will talk to you soon. Until next time, bye for now.